All right, welcome back to another episode of AchromatiCraft. Today we're going to start getting around to building some buildings around here. We've been just living in this village, but before we do that, I want to show you a little bit of what I've done. All right, well to start off, I've taken over this building for my storage room. Not a lot of storage fits in here, but we'll figure something out. So right now I'm using that for my storage, and then up here across from the villagers is where I am sleeping. And one of the interesting things with this village is all the villagers that were out there last time have somehow made their way into here. So there is way too many people. So we'll have to figure out something there real soon. I've continued to get my sheep and my cow population up, and I've expanded my farms here quite a bit. Looks like we're getting some pretty good wheat. And then I've been doing mining, lots of mining. Let's see if you can see it. Well, we're all the way down to the bottom where we saw that problem last time. We'll get more into that today. And you can see the rocks are starting to pile up. We've gotten quite a few. And I've started marking out where we're going to put some of our buildings here. And then one other thing I want to show you is the way I like to automate my farming for my villagers. So I've only got it started here. We still need to put up some walls. I need to get in some water channels. But the idea here, if you've never seen it before, is that you plant the crops in rows. You let the water go from the top. It harvests them all the way down. You pick them up, replant them. Super easy. We've got that going. Got a simple tree farm going, and obviously lots of sugarcane. And this is going to be great for helping us make paper to trade with all those villagers over there. I really want to see if we can start getting some of the good trades so we can get some armor. Right now I'm just wearing a gold helmet and an iron chest plate, so hopefully we can start trading with the villagers here in a couple days and be able to get a lot of good stuff. So for now, we've got this going. We've got our potatoes. There's going to be carrots over there. But today, let's focus on getting some buildings up. This place is very much just still looks like a village, so let's do it. All right, so the first house I want to build is something for me to live in. As nice as those two are, I'd love to have all my stuff in one place, be here by the mine, and be able to just have one place for me to keep all my stuff. So let's start by doing that. We got all the stuff that we need in our inventory, ready to build this house. So by looking down, and looking back up, bam, we magically have a house. This one wasn't too hard to get together, pretty basic. Walk you through here. We've got this little area out here with some coal, fire going. I want my storage to not be directly in my house, so I kind of use this as a cellar. Place that I can start putting a lot of the materials I use most of the time. Maybe we won't hold all of them. We'll build a bit larger storage house in the future. Got an upstairs, nice little camp or fire going. Probably put our bed in here. I also stuck a little bit of storage in here. I didn't really know what to do with this space, so I figured, hey, let's put a few more chests. That might be things that we don't use all the time, but just need as extra storage. So that's going to be our starter house. The next thing I want to do is focus on building a reason for this pit. I want to build a little crane here to show that we've been drilling this out, be able to tell that story a little bit. So let me gather the materials together and then we'll get it built. All right, I think we have it all mapped out here, what we're going to do. I've tried to identify where the middle is and then kind of where I want the buildings to start. So before we do that, I want to make sure I got kind of the materials I think I'm going to need. So I know I want to create some observers. Doesn't look like I have the recipe open. So let's craft one here, or two of them, I guess. Oh, didn't drag my cobblestone out very well. I think we're going to use some andesite, probably use our oak. And maybe that'll be good. Let's try out a shape here. So the idea here is that I really want to be able for it to look like we built some kind of a drill on the end of a crane. And that drill is drilling down this hole, and that's the reason why it's there, why it's kicking out rocks over on the side. So this might not be the biggest crane, but it'll at least look like it's got a drill on the end. And let's see, this is kind of where I want the observer, so maybe I'm gonna need some dirt. We're gonna be using dirt a lot today because I do not have any scaffolding yet. I need to look for a bamboo forest. See how close that gets us. Pretty close. Do this and get over here a little. Oh, I messed up again. I need this to be 1 up, so let's chop some of this out real quick. Let's hope I don't lose this observer. Yep, it's gone. All right, we're gonna be building a new one of those. I actually want this wood to be up 1 because I want the observer to look like it is holding the chain. I don't know if you've seen that before, but I want it to look like it is the thing that is kind of pulling on the chain. Oh, and we lost that observer, so let's go down and make one more real quick. The recipe's in there now. Oh, why it's still not in there? That's all right. We're gonna hurry and make this real quick. Get back up there. See if we can get this still going. How's it looking from down here? Doesn't look like very much right now, but trust me, it will here in a second. Let's see if we can get a few more details on here. All right, so we want another observer. Come out here. Oh boy, almost lost that one too. Don't worry, we'll be taking all this dirt down. Want to make sure that we get observer in there just right. Okay, I think we got it that time. Let's start adding some decorations on the top of this. So I love being able to add some different layers. So that's what we're going to do here. See if we can make this look like it's hanging out over the edge, being supported. Maybe a stair here. But what I don't want the end of this observer being able to be seen. So let's put a stair there. Well, let's go down and see how we're doing so far. Oh yeah. So we're gonna have the chain coming out right to lodestone or grindstone. So the grindstone and then some chains can look like it's pushing the drill in there. We're gonna have to create a better base. That one's pretty ugly. Maybe for now we can at least dress it up a little. Well, maybe let's try some walls. Like that work? Yeah, that'll work. We just gotta create a better base for it. And we'll add the other side. Okay, let's see if we can get this drill bit portion going. I need to bridge out here. We'll have to clean all this up here in a little bit. But at least we'll do this so we're not gonna fall in. Thought I brought a grindstone with me. Nope, I need to make one. Still on our to-do list. So if you've never made one before, you definitely need some smooth slabs. We're gonna need some sticks and some wood. That get us? There it is. Grindstone. Perfect. Okay, so let's come back out here. Want that. And I'm hoping this is gonna look like a drill. What I'm planning on doing is using a hopper because it's kind of that pointiness. And then I want an iron wall just to make it look like it's a tip. Let's remove some of this dirt scaffolding here and see how we did. Oh yeah, that looks just like a drill that's about to go in. All right, well, give me a second. I'm gonna go in and clean up the rest of this, make sure it looks a little bit nicer, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got the end of this looking pretty good, I think. I took a lot of inspiration from another builder. If you know who built this, let me know. I'd love to give them credit because I think this drill is amazing and works perfect for the space I'm looking for. So again, if you know who it is, please let me know because I'd love to give them credit. But I think it fits perfect in this space. So now we've got our house built. We've got a great crane. The one thing I want to do is go check out what's going on down there. I heard some kind of noises earlier. I think there might be something weird going on. So let's go check it out. All right, and to end this today, what I want to do is, like I said, go down and see what's going on. I don't think I've shown you much about the mining I started doing last time, but there's definitely something weird about that hole that we found last time that had all the dark black ooze in it. I'm not sure what it meant, but let me show you a little bit about my mine, and then we'll go check out and see what's doing there. So I've built a ladder all the way down to where the deep slate starts. So this way I can go all the way down. I was able to find some dripstone. I don't know if we'll be using that, but my first diamonds. I want to do this right on camera with you so you could see me get my very first diamonds. And there we have it. There's only two. I was hoping there was more. This will be mainly the level I get a lot of my stone from. And so that's why I put a stopping point here. And then I created one that goes all the way down to, I believe, Y minus 56. So that way when we need a lot of the deep slate, we can go down there. But I gotta show you guys something I found. So before we go check out the pit, I started to dig a tunnel this way. This is how I've been getting a lot of my deep stone. I heard that. You hear that too? The mine's stopped here. I don't know where those bad guys are, but I ventured out a little bit here, and it was absolute death. Look at how huge this is. There are so many bad guys. There's a spawner over there. So we're not going to tackle that until we get a little better equipment here. And then we'll go back and kind of see what's going on there. But I want to check out this pit. I'm a little concerned because when I was down here, I heard lots of groaning. And is it spreading? Oh no. Oh, it's starting to creep up the wall. It's nighttime, but if you can see, starting to take over. All this gray ooze. I hope it doesn't reach the surface. We're building all of our stuff up there. But that might be for another time. Let's go up and go to our bed real quick. Wow, that was a long ladder. We're definitely going to need to get some bubble elevators in here soon. But let's move our bed inside. As you can see, it's not a real safe place. Come in here, bed down, let's go to sleep. That sound, that was kind of weird. Wait, why is my door gray? And wait, what? What is going on here? Why is the fire all blue? Tell them if you plan to prank on me. Let's go outside and see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, looks like we got a problem. Remember that pit that was getting gross? I think I know what that sound was. It looks like it's affected all the way up. It's starting to turn everything, including our grass, gray, killing our crops. Oh boy, and the whole house is gray and white. Huh. Alright, well I guess we figured out what that sound was. It looks like everything's losing its color. So that folks, is what we're going to be doing here on AchromatiCraft. I want to see if I can actually build with just grayscale color blocks. So not every block in Minecraft is a perfect grayscale. Some of it's got purple in it, some of it's a little blue, but the whole series here is going to be just using those grayscale from white all the way up through the grays into black. I want to see if we can build a world completely out of the normal blocks. There will be some things like torches that I don't want to try and retexture, so some of that color will stay, but for the most part we're going to try and use just those grayscale color blocks and see what kind of builds that we can get. So you can see I turned my house into those colored bricks, turned our crane mostly, other than that grindstone, into grayscale. And there are a few things that we're going to have to play with here. As you know, the only doors that are gray, only wood that's, the only thing that's gray is iron. And that's going to be kind of a pain if we have to use pressure plates or buttons everywhere. So I've actually textured crimson stem products into being gray. So that's what most of these are. That's how I got that gray color. So we're going to cheat a little bit because I want to have some of those wood products that we're used to make sure our builds look good. But other than that, we're going to use as much vanilla Minecraft as possible to create these atmospheres that are completely gray. So that's kind of what we're going to do with that. You'll notice that over here I used some mud and some dead coral to kind of give us our crops. And the way I was getting all this basalt, I still haven't found a basalt biome, but clear over there, there's actually an ice spikes biome. So I was able to get some blue ice and created our own little basalt generator here. So stood here for a while and just collected some basalt to get us going. Got a little extra stored up here. We're going to automate this in the future because that took way too long. So watch for me to automate that in the future. We started getting some of our crops set up here into the automatic farm where I can come up here to the top of the farm. You'll notice I started putting in a lot of the deep slate. There's those trap doors again. We've got our little balloons carrying the lights to help the crops grow. And whenever I'm ready to harvest this, all I need to do is come and flip these trap doors and they'll go. So you'll notice this is one of those areas I'm just not going to be able to grow the crops I need on that kind of ground. So we are going to have some places in the world where we'll have regular dirt so we can do the farms that we need to. You can see I haven't gotten the carrots all the way up. I don't even have the wall over there. But we're going to keep cleaning this up. And that's going to be what AchromatiCraft is going to be. We're really going to go for this grayscale. This gray will continue to take over this area. We'll probably let it take over this whole area all around and build out a city with all of our farms, our iron farm, and really the village. We're going to just transform this village. We might make some of the buildings a little nicer because they're all pretty square. They're 3x3 buildings. We might improve some of those, make them better. But I want to see how far we can push this grayscale. And so that, folks, is going to be our AchromatiCraft series. So subscribe, like this, comment on ideas that you have of buildings we could do, combinations of blocks. I'd love to hear your ideas. We're going to have a lot that we can do with this color palette. So let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. And that's all the time I have for today. So again, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.